I'm here. Sorry, Discord is being a bit slow, so I'm poking buttons. I've got to poke buttons to keep up with what's happening. I'm also a bit slow today. I keep getting this weird indigestion feeling. Oh my god, stop. I keep getting like weird indigestion feeling. You know, that is really annoying because it makes me think that there's like something seriously wrong. But my tummy's just getting used to getting back to normal because for the past couple of days I have been a ice cream dispenser. Yeah, for the past couple of days I've been an ice cream dispenser. Yeah, I basically have not had like solid poopies. It's not cool. It's really not cool, and especially since I'm supposed to be doing something this weekend. Yeah. Also, for the past couple of days, I know I'm going to get it out of the way early. Maybe it depends if it comes up a bit more later. But I have been super duper sad. Um, Super duper sadness, not coolness. Yeah, had like mega depression. So yeah, as well as had a kind of like weird, very tiny summer flu thing. So I've been hit with like every badness, every random badness that I could be hit with right now. I was hit with, so that's fun. Um, yeah. As a result, I have not been doing much. Been mostly trying to chill, keep my mind occupied, and try to keep cool because it's still been randomly insanely hot just in my office. It hasn't been like super insanely hot in general. Just in my office, it's been super insanely hot. So whenever I'm in here, it's cooled down now like a lot. It's like way nicer right now, which is cool because I'm hoping it's going to be like that for this weekend. But yeah, it means that I basically have been trying to stay away from the office, especially if I have to concentrate on something. Oh my god, shut up. Um, so yeah, my sleep's been out of whack, of course, as well. But that's mainly because of the whole being ill thing. So yeah, got to be on the lookout because a spider, a not small one, landed on me. Um, I didn't notice it, and it basically was crawling on my shoulder, and I was like, something weird's going on with my peripheral vision. Oh, you know. And when I looked up, I saw like the thread had come down and it landed on me, and then basically started like crawling around on my shoulder. So yeah, not cool, guys. Cool spider. I think he's okay, or she. I don't know which. I don't know where she went or he, but I didn't see a dead spider body, so I'm assuming that they're okay. It's just that they're loose in my office, which is fun. Got to keep them. Okay, so I'm a bit paranoid at like spideries. Where are they? What are they going to do? Where are they going to come from? All that stuff. Um, yeah. I haven't done the editing yet for the popping buttons video. Um, but I mean, I will do that. Now that I'm fairly better, I'm mostly better. I'm mostly better. Like I said, today I tried to eat regular food. I just basically ate less for the past couple of days so that I don't, make so much liquid poop, which is super fun. Um, and I had my regular diet today, which was nice, but I ate too fast, and of course I got this thing, which is annoying. But I just noticed that the tiny hole I've got in my shirt almost lined up perfectly with my nipple. Yeah, forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, I will get on to the editing. I will get on to the editing as soon as I basically as soon as I can. Uh, Probably tomorrow. If it's not super hot in here, it probably will be tomorrow. So this isn't a editing live stream. I didn't think I'd have enough time because I only got I've got like an hour, and then I'm gonna go lay down. Um, because I'm trying to get my sleep back into the right cycle. So yeah, I want to at least lay down in my bed sometime after 1 o'clock, maybe 2 o'clock, maybe three, but not past that because then that'll be I might as well just stay up. So yeah. Anyway, yeah. So the editing on that video is slightly delayed. It's not like I'm not postponing it indefinitely, but whatever. Um, I do have a couple bits of extra news. I have been looking for suits that are that come in huge sizes. Just been looking for really big suits. If not that, then big pants and big shirts, um, if possible. They don't exist. It's like they don't, you can't purchase them. And also, I did look up, and I found a few. I found a few online tailoring websites. So these are I've mentioned these a couple of times before. They're basically, and it's good. It's good news for me, kind of. It's a bit annoying because I do seem to be just outside of the size range of all of them. But that's not so bad for me because I don't care if my buttons strain a bit or whatever because I'm weird. I think that personally I kind of can pull it off, you know. I can pull off button straining. It looks kind of better, you know. Um, okay, I'm not gonna lie. It 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 basically hugs my tummy if they're just slightly too small, and I'm okay with that. It does make sitting down a bit more uncomfortable, um, but whatever. Anyway, yeah, there's a bunch of online tailoring websites out there. The only problem with them is that they cost a lot of money. They're not cheap anymore. Inflation really does has hit them hard, and I understand that. I get that. So yeah, I'm gonna look into shirts. You know, individual items. I'm gonna look into that a bit more. But I think I've exhausted things like waistcoats. Um, because like jackets, maybe shirts. Gonna have to look into it still. T-shirts, no problem. T-shirts, you can I can get a like 12 or 13 or 14 XL T-shirt, no problem. Um, Sweatpants also no problem. Can get huge sweatpants. Um, yeah, it's just it literally is just actual button shirts. They don't make them that big. Weird. It's really weird. So I'm still researching. I'm still gonna look into that. It is pissing me off way too much that I can't just. It's pissing me off mainly because I have to work for it. I have to put in research work. You know, like for example, when I've done research for like scientific papers or like when I proofread stuff and everything, occasionally I have to do that for like I do university paper proofreading, stuff like that. Um, I have to look into things. I have to look stuff up, you know, and some of it's very interesting and all that stuff. However, this is not interesting and it's so annoying. For I've been looking at where this one artist who did this sculpture, a particular sculpture that Boulder likes or Don likes. And this sculpture is kind of like it's fairly famous. It's the artist that ate the world or something. But no, I looked into this. I looked up all of the interviews that he did, everything he said about it, all that stuff, and essentially, he got a clothes maker that he knew to make this, and it's like that's really interesting, to make the clothes that go over the actual sculpture. And I was like, that's really interesting. It's useless information, but it's really interesting because I can't do that. It's like fuck. And this piece of information I had to look up like several times. It's in different things, it's in different interviews that he said, just in case he misremembered, or like it's a false fact or something. Because again, when you're a proofreader, you have to look into multiple sources of stuff, because it could be wrong. That's the whole point of citations. It's a whole thing. Anyway, yeah, I noticed that my view counter on both of these has gone to 0. I know this is boring. I don't care. Yeah, just irritation that it's like, okay, so I'm either gonna have to make this myself, which I don't know how to do. I'm not so good with the sewing kind of thing. I'm okay, but making an entire outfit from scratch is no. That's a big no. I can't do that. That would that would infuriate me. It Yeah, it's too tedious, especially when I haven't done it for a long time. Um, I do have some kind of sewing experience. For like ever since I was in like the Scouts, the Cub Scouts. Basically, one of the badges is actually, if you can sew this patch onto your uniform, you have you own that patch. And it's the sewing patch, and it's like, yeah, ever since then I can basically do that. And I did it okay. I did it fairly well for a kid, but when I got into adulthood, I basically could make minor repairs, or basically like because I'm a short bastard, um, I basically could like take my own trousers up, you know. Um, I can, yeah. Sometimes I would do my own sleeves, things like this. But yeah, it's mainly for like patchwork and stuff. So yeah, it's making a whole outfit from scratch. It would kill me. I would not be able. I don't have the patience for it. I do not. Um, so yeah, I might, things like cosplaying. I might have like the ability to do, but this no. No. But I am going to look into this. I'm going to keep looking into this so that I will find a jacket. I will find a giant shirt. I will find a. I'm going to try to do this tomorrow. I will find a giant pair of pants. I will try to find all of these things. It's really annoying, especially since I've been doing research for this other project that I've been trying to work on. Um, and I've seen all of these old timey comics and stuff. And every time there's a robust character or a rotund guy, or they keep just calling them fatties and stuff like that. It's like, okay. Um, they're always in pants and or waistcoats and a nice suit of some kind. And it's like, oh, I'm just getting jealous. Just getting jealous for the most part. I think it might be easier to invent a time machine, go back in time, get fitted for a suit, and then basically come back. I think it might be easier just to do that. So if anybody has a time machine or has like knowledge on how to build one, let me know. For one thing, I would really like to go back anyway. That will be kind of semi-awesome. I've been preoccupied with this thought for a while, especially while looking at these comics. Of like, I kind of wish that I could go back to Edwardian times, or just post Edwardian times, whatever. And be a fat guy, because apparently you can make a lot of money doing this just by being a fat guy. You can make a lot of money doing this. They would pay fat guys. Well, they would basically let fat guys, if especially if you're especially rotund, they would basically restaurants would give you free food. They would let you eat for free as long as you don't mind eating by yourself at the front of the restaurant. And it was like, I'd be okay with this. I wouldn't have to pay for any food ever again. Granted, it would have to be, you know, like pre-McDonald's food, which is fine because I don't have McDonald's anyway. I don't know why I said that. It would be turn of the century stuff, or going up all the way to the 20s, the 1920s kind of food, which is, some of it's pretty good, some of it's pretty good. Although chickens weren't like a staple of like most Western food dishes yet, and that's kind of like the food I like. But whatever. Medicine would be shit. Oh my god, medicine would suck. Like I would have to look after my own, like I'd have to control my salt intake or something. I don't know. I'd have to, before I left, I would have to find a way to get my the ingredients for whatever's in my like blood pressure medication and my heart medication. um, but apart from that, I would be totally okay with being basically like just being a fat guy in this time period. You know, it's like it would be awesome. It would be semi awesome. I wanted the internet. That would suck. That would suck. That would be lame. Because one of the things that I like about the internet is that I can have like entertainment streaming all the time, and that's great. I like that, and it's generally interesting to read stuff. I mean, I could read, but the only problem is that reading, going to like a library or owning a library, like in 1910, is I don't know. It's not that it sounds exhausting. It's just that I would kind of like I'd get distracted all the time. I would seriously get distracted all the time. One of the reasons why I don't read books. I don't read books. I kind of hate that. I want to. I wish that I didn't hate it, but the thing is that when I'm reading a book, I get distracted by everything around me. Everything's too loud, and I won't be able to ignore it. Most people can ignore it, but when you've got hypersensitivity, you hear everything, and oh my god, it's irritating right now. I mean, the only reason why I'm basically like not, don't have music on in the background all the time is because right now I'm talking to you. Well, I'm talking to nobody, but I'm talking, and like that kind of cancels it out. But I hate talking, so yeah, reading would suck. That would suck. I would need to hire a companion. Already thinking about this, even though I'm not going to do it because I can't, because it's not possible. But yeah, I would need basically a companion to be doing the reading with me all the time, or reading out loud while I'm eating, probably. So yeah, while I'm eating, or like while we're on the train, or like just while we're traveling around and stuff. I guess I don't know. Like I'd thought about like, ooh, maybe I could join the circus or something and be a circus fat guy, but and that would be kind of interesting, maybe fun, but it just like, I don't know. I don't know how much free time I would have, you know, doing that. That's the thing about the past as well. Um, you have no free time. You don't really have free time unless you're incredibly wealthy. You don't really have any free time, and even then, it's not really that much free time. So yeah, but I could join. I could just basically take something with me that's incredibly valuable, I guess, and then to that time period, and then I can go there and I could sell it and then buy a house or something. I don't know. Or I could recreate a bunch of money in my time right now. I don't know if this will be stealing. It doesn't sound like it would be stealing. And then go back with all of this money, and then I would have pretty much infinite funds, I guess. Although I don't really want much, you know. Enough funds to start the Wars Club would be nice. Like, where were they most famous? I think it's New York. I think they were most famous in New York. They seem to be a very Pennsylvania thing. Italy had like a big, fat man's club kind of like thing going on. Like a whole part of their culture was like the biggest guy is the leader of the household kind of thing in Italian culture. So yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I spent way too much time thinking about this. But yeah, it would be way easier to get big guy clothing if I literally, nice suit or something. If I literally went back in time and got it and then come back, it would be easier to do that than it is right now trying to actually find a complete suit for me to wear. So yeah. One of the sites, though, I do want to point this out. One of the sites has, and this is a tailoring website. So they basically they exist to give you measurements. Get your measurements so that they can basically make you clothing. One of the websites has a 3D model. It's a little bit cool, but it's also kind of creepy. So one of these tailoring websites, you fill out your measurements, and by the way, the weight limit only goes up to 300. I don't think it even goes up to 300 pounds. I think it is like 300 pounds, like 320 or something. That was loud. Yeah, I think it basically goes up to 320 pounds. But you basically you in your weight, you're putting your height, your how tall you are, and then um, it will present you with a 3D model person with what the estimated body type is for the measurements that you gave them for those measurements, and it looks kind of like sort of close. It's not perfect, but it looks sort of close, which is good. And you can futz around with these, but then again, it has limitations on on how big or small things can get. And it's really annoying in that sense, because I was like, oh, this is perfect, because then I can basically see what it looks like. But no. How are you? I'm okay. I said how I was like 20 minutes ago. So yeah. I hate that. I really do hate that. I don't hate you. I'm just saying I hate it. I hate it when people do that. You know, when basically uh, you've been on stream for a while. Um, it's like 10 minutes. It's like any time after 10 minutes, and you basically come in and you ask me how I am. It's like how I can only give you the fake small talk answer, and I hate doing that. I hate that. I said how I was at the beginning of the stream, and that was it. Ugh. Again, I know it's not. Yeah, it's no big deal. I know you wasn't here 25 minutes ago, but you should ask something else. Except for it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Yeah, completely forgotten what I was saying. Shit. Oh yeah, one of the tailoring websites basically has this 3D model, and it's pretty good. It's really good. But yeah, I've looked through. I wouldn't say hundreds, but I've looked through. I've looked through like at least a dozen of these online tailoring websites, and like I said, they're just too expensive. They don't go up to the sizes that like they barely go up to my size, and it's like even then it's a bit hit and miss. Some of them don't even go up to that high. So yeah. I've tried looking on eBay. I've tried looking on Amazon for like the individual parts and the entire suits. You know, some of them on eBay look interesting, but I've learned to basically not trust everything eBay has, and like everything that looks interesting doesn't have any reviews or doesn't have anything said about the seller or anything. So it's like, oh. So yeah, I've got to just I'm sure they're out there. I'm sure they're out there. For one thing, I've known a couple of really big dudes, and I know that they wore shirts. So yeah. So yeah, it's kind of it's just irritating. There are some stores that are actually like they don't have a website. They're out there, but they don't have a website. Um, and I know this because a couple of places where I got some of my clothing has been from one of these stores. Um, Daryl's partner, um, Daryl's late partner, was a big dude. Like he was a very large man. I'm actually that's where I got all of these underpants from. The giant underpants. I got those because both when he was alive and after he passed away, Daryl kept giving them to me because I said to him that I was like, it's like if he has any clothes that he doesn't wear anymore or that you're going to get rid of or anything like that, then send them to me because I will definitely use them. And essentially, he kept giving me underpants, but nothing else. I think he gave me a pair of trousers. They work okay, but that's it. Um, but yeah, one time we actually went because I wanted a new waistcoat. Um, we actually went. I went clothes shopping with them, and yeah, it's a warehouse. It was a bespoke warehouse place. I don't know if you get them. If you get them in the States, basically in the UK, you can actually go to an industrial sector of the town or city wherever you're living, and basically some of this industrial estate, will have kind of like individual warehouses for hire. Some of the big brands actually buy them, but occasionally you have kind of like individual people that are trying to make a business, and they will basically buy like a mini warehouse workshop or whatever, and they'll make like an auto company, or like a repair shop, or like a car hire place. There's always a fucking enterprise car hire place in these places. It's so weird. I don't know why this is a thing. Or there'd be a clothing tailoring warehouse, and that's where this place was. And yeah, it was kind of cool. I don't think it exists anymore though, and from what I remember, it doesn't have a website. So yeah, lame, super lame. So yeah, such is life. I'm gonna still be researching this and looking up this. I have to keep reminding myself to look for the individual parts of the clothing, not the actual clothing itself. But yeah, I mean, one of the offshoots of um, looking for the big clothing and stuff like that is that I discovered a costume place that does what's it called? It's like they do larger sizes. They do what do they call it? What do they call it? It's like this is gonna drive me nuts. Unless I actually look it up, it's gonna actually oh it's on Discord. And I'm gonna sneeze. That's so annoying. Plus size. Plus size. God damn it, that was so annoying. My brain. Yeah, they do plus size adult costumes. I I was looking for this a while ago, like so many Halloweens back. I've been trying to find this exact thing, and here they are. Been there for a while. What the fuck? It just fell. It was like one of the top results when I was like looking for I was trying different variations on keywords to search. Anyway, this place is actually kind of cool because not only does it have like big sizes that will barely fit me, but will fit me, at least according to their size charts and stuff. Their stuff should just fit me, or it will fit me until I break it. And but it is cheap enough that it can be broken, and I won't mind so much. Um, but yeah, I mean, I'm going to test this out and see if this works. So this website basically has a bunch of different costumes. They all look really good. They look fake. They do look fake. I will say that. A lot of them look kind of cheap and tacky, but they're not super cheap and tacky, how basically like you can get these kind of like things that go over your regular clothes that the costumes from Amazon and stuff like that. When you search for Amazon costumes, you get all of this shit first. um all of that really fake looking shit. It's not like that. It actually looks not super bad. It doesn't look super real. It just doesn't look super bad. um My alerts didn't go off. What part of the server did you put it in? It's just in the lobby. It's just in the lobby. Yeah. So I'm going to test this out. But, I mean, this is good news for you patrons out there, for anybody who's a patron, because you know, if this works out and if it's not bad, then it is basically about the same amount of money that my Patreon generates per costume. Well, some of them are like 70 quid and stuff like that, but for the most part, they're like 15 to 30 bucks, which is about as much as I make on Patreon, I guess, a month. So I'm thinking that this could be something I could actually spend my Patreon money on, as opposed to it just going towards luxuries like, you know, food. Uh, where's that from? I swear that's from something. Ugh. But yeah, it does sound like an Emperor's New Groove thing. Whatever. But yeah, if this works out and it is the right kind of ish sizing, and if it is the right kind of ish quality, then yeah, it might be like a monthly or bi-monthly kind of Patreon exclusive thing. I'll give you kind of like options on what would you like to see in like coming up in an upcoming video, and I will order like a new costume based on what people ask for. That might be interesting. But yeah, so what I've got is the turn of the century bartender, kind of like the saloon owner kind of like outfit. I'm gonna see if that one looks any good. I mainly picked this because it's it's got like it's got a bunch of different things. So I'm gonna test out like the individual stuff. It's got like a faux waistcoat and a faux shirt, as well as kind of like it comes with armbands, and it comes with like a fake apron as well. I'm gonna see if that looks any good, um, and just the general quality of it, and see how that goes. Because I got like a deluxe Santa costume before, and it's supposed to be a deluxe one, and it cost me like like 60-70 bucks. And although all of the individual components are pretty good, the actual suit, the bulk of the suit, you know, the pants and the jacket, if you look at it closely, it kind of sucks. It really sucks bad. It doesn't look good at all. It feels horrible to wear. But it just doesn't no, doesn't look good. So I got a bit of indigestion going on. Yeah. The second thing that I got is just because it was a good suggestion. Plus, it looked like it would not fail. It looked like it couldn't suck really. Was a strongman outfit, and it literally is just a small singlet that only covers up one shoulder, arm gauntlets, which I don't think will fit. I don't, unless they're made really cheaply out of elasticated shit. I don't think they're gonna fit. And a belt, and that is gonna break for sure. Again, if it's not super elasticated, which apparently was a thing. I found out this through a comic, and then I looked it up. But apparently this was a thing in the 19 like tens, 1920s. Um, Fat guys would have rubber. They made belts out of rubber, elasticated belts, so that fat guys wouldn't, you know, have to undo their belts. Apparently, this was a thing. They wouldn't have to undo their pants and their belts when they sat down. They also basically used to sell waistcoats and shirts with wire buttons so that they don't accidentally pop off when they sat down. This was a thing, and now we just don't do this anymore with clothing. What the fuck? And we have more fat people. I don't understand that. That's super lame. It's so annoying. That's not going to happen. That's sadly not going to happen. You want to see me and Ian belly wrestling again? I don't think that's going to happen. It could happen, but I don't think it's going to happen. Ian had to lose a lot of weight. He's and he doesn't like that fact that he had to do that, but you know, we could still do that, but I don't see it happening. I don't see him being willing to participate in that kind of video again. Maybe in a padding video, but not in a actual belly to belly wrestle anymore. It's kind of sad. It's a little bit sad. Randomly got a stress headache just there. I've been sick, guys. I've been off sick for a while. I'm just getting better again. It's happening, Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So this new costume, apparently they're going to be here from like anywhere, just before or just after the 12th of July, which might be a bit awkward because I don't think I'm going to be here for that date. I'm going to see my mother at some point, somewhere between like the 10th and the 17th or something. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like how many days is in a week. But whatever. It'll be just before Christmas in July. I'm looking forward to Christmas in July. I will need video ideas for Christmas in July if anybody has them, because we are in the season. We are in Christmas in July season. It is that time. So yeah, anytime from now to the 25th of July, I'm going to basically be making that Christmas in July video. So fun. I really do have to figure out when exactly I'm going to go see my mum. I don't know. It might be a bit awkward. Anyway, yeah. I mean, it's a bit late now to do all of the voting and all that stuff. Plus, like, I don't think anyone's in the chat anymore. So, yeah. I really want to edit this video, but at the same time, I'm tired. Yeah, Roscoe. Well, there's not really much time. Nobody's voted, so it's kind of a thing. Like, I am leaving in 4 minutes. Like, that's not really enough time to do the tallying, do the votes. Well, no, so do the votes, do the tallying, change the ticker, change the Discord thing, because that's going to be reset, I think, this time. And then do all of the outro stuff, and then blah, blah. All of that crap. It's basically, yeah, it was going to take more than 15 minutes, to be honest, but yeah. It's like why I didn't do an editing live stream tonight is because, that's concentrate. Stop. There we go. That's concentration. I need concentration, and at least an hour and a half, and I'm tired and I want to go to bed. So yeah. Anything you're doing this weekend? I'm going to the Ramsey Royal Museum, probably both days, to do the they've got like a fire, like a classic firefighters, and a mini Steam event there. They've got they've got like a mini Steam rally going on. So it's basically old Steam engines, old fire engines. They occasionally have like dog stuff, like animals, and a mini car show, mini bike show, all of that stuff. And it's basically like it's kind of like the county fair that I just went to, but it's way smaller, like way tinier. So I mean, I might go there if the food's good. If the food's not good, then I won't go there. I won't be there for both days. But yeah, it should be fun. It'll get me out of the house after being sick. So yay! My mood does seem to be up. My mood does seem to be way up compared to yesterday. Um, yes, I was counting the ways of how to kill myself with a bathtub. That was kind of like really, really dark. So yeah. So hopefully, if they allow pictures, please take some. I will try because I have to because my mum is actually pissed off with me because I don't take any pictures, as you know. I don't take any pictures. I try to just enjoy the event and not worry about it. You know, like they'll have pictures. You know, it's kind of. They did have a flyover. They did have a flyby of like of a Spitfire like last time, and I did actually take a mini video of that for my auntie in law, and yeah. But you don't have to do it. I'll try to take some pictures because, like I said, my mother needs pictures of things. Otherwise, they didn't happen. I'm literally tempted to basically go onto their website or their Facebook page and just like copy one of their pictures, put it in my phone, and then send it to her and you. And I might do that if I don't remember to get pictures because I'm too busy enjoying the food. The food. Although yesterday, last year, um, I went to this thing, the exact same thing, and they did literally just have a burger van. You know, they just had they had one burger van. It was good burgers. It's just that it was kind of like, okay. Fortunately, there was like plenty of stuff to do, so whatever. Right. Anything anybody wants to ask me or to talk to me about before I leave? I'm really gassy tonight. Like I said, I had a bad tummy for the past couple of days to go with my random mini summer flu, and it's kind of I've kind of today I've eaten a lot, like I've eaten like my proper diet, and my tummy is just kind of like I don't know what to do. Shut up! Shut up! I'm not this tired. I'm not this tired. I am sleepy-ish, but I'm not this tired. You know, I'm kind of like a movie away from going to bed. You know, I was going to put one on and then basically check my mail, play video game, maybe, and then go to bed. You know, so yeah. Okie dokie. Wow. No, I'm not. I'm not going on VR chat. I'm not going on VR chat because that's kind of a time suck. Like if I do that, I will be on there for hours. You know, trying to figure stuff out. And if I do that, then my sleep cycle will be all fucked, and then I won't be able to get up properly and enjoy the weekend. So yeah, and it's been the only thing that has basically kept me going throughout this week. So yeah. That sounds almost sarcastic, dude. I have to be in the mood. I have to be in the mood because it's kind of semi-socializing. I have to be in the mood. One of the reasons why I wasn't doing a live stream for the past couple of days, has it been a couple of days or has it just been one day? I can't remember. It feels like a couple of days, but one of the reasons why I wasn't doing a live stream at least last night is because basically I just did not feel like being around people, or people seeing me in such a state and stuff. So, yeah, like I'm okay with it right now, but that's only barely. And one of the reasons why I'm leaving is because I'm starting to feel uncomfortable. So continuing would be kind of a little bit like torture because I just want to be, like a little bit isolated until I wake up tomorrow. So yeah. Okay. But again, plus, like I said, I don't want the time suck to happen as well. So yeah. I think that's enough justification. I don't have to justify myself to anybody. I know. But I think that's enough justification. My brain is telling me it's like maybe there's something else as well. It's like, great, what is it? It's like, I don't know. So thanks, brain. My brain has been super helpful. Do you know what it did the other day? Do you know what it did? I spend way too much time visualizing the brain chip, but it was actually funny. It was actually funny. Essentially, on the bridge of my brain chip, what happened in my virtual reality in my brain. I couldn't remember the name of somebody, and I just used it, so I should know it, right? But yeah, in my brain chip, there's basically like a captain's chair, and then there's kind of like a couple of consoles, and it's kind of laid out like the Intrepid class bridge, if you know what that is. USS Voyager's bridge. Um, Only the LCAST display is slightly different. Anyway, it's basically like the captain kind of like turned to one of the people when I needed the name. It's like, where's the name of this actor that did this? And the guy's like, kind of like at his console, and he's like, I'm trying to get it, Captain. I can't find it. It's not. It's not working. I'm tapping on the icon, but it's not giving me the name. I mean, and then somebody else comes over to this console, and they're like, maybe you have to hold down. It's like I did that. And then another person comes over, and it's like, maybe you have to expand it. Kind of like maybe that's how you open it. You know, you kind of like double finger it to expand it, and it's like, well, I just made the icon bigger. So you had like four brainoids, four guys that are in my head, in my brain, basically like trying to figure out how to open this file, which had the name that I needed, and the captain's just like, okay. And I just was like, I don't know. Outside of me, I was just like, yeah, I don't know. And then I told David about all of this that was happening, and it was kind of funny. Like I said, though, I do kind of like spend way too much time visualizing stuff to the point where random shit like this happens in my brain. Like, this is how my brain works. It's kind of a weird mind palace-y thing. Which is actually a proper technique for trying to remember shit. Actually, the whole mind palace thing from like the Sherlock TV show. Apparently, that's an actual technique that you can use to try to remember stuff, which is cool. But apparently, it's like incredibly like um, labor intensive, like mental labor intensivity is kind of increased or something. Well, mine's very simple. Mine's just the brain chip. Yeah, and I don't use it to memorize stuff. It's literally just how I just think. It's how my brain works. Yeah. I've already kind of weirdly conditioned myself to think like this to the point where there's a little ding noise that happens when I need to pee. Yellow alert. Oh my god. Stuff like this. Is something falling on my leg? Don't do that. Thank you. Right, I'm off now. I'm going now. I just wanted to tell you that story because it was just I found it hilarious. You know, I found it hilarious after the fact. At the time, I was kind of just really frustrated because I couldn't remember a stupid name of a stupid actor. So yeah, I think it was an actress. It was a thespian actress. So yeah. Well, I will probably be doing a live stream, like over this weekend because Friday counts as the weekend. So yeah. Um. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. It will either be an editing one if I'm early, or if I'm not early, then it'll be another attempt at doing a LiveTubs weekly thing. So yeah. Belly wubs and belly slope. I relaxed the tummy and it hit my phone. That's funny. No, Panda Fox. No. You're too late. You can't do that to me. You cannot do that to me. Why is my underpants kind of not going under my tummy? There we go. Panda boy. Panda boy. I'm sorry. What? Panda boy. Also, have you got a new logo? I've got to look at this now. What is it? I see kind of a panda face, but I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. There you go. Yeah, but no, I was just leaving. I was just leaving. So yeah, you're gonna have to come back tomorrow. I know I'm a bit earlier than I usually am streaming, but yeah. Hopefully everybody will be here tomorrow. We can do the weekly thing or the editing thing. He's a Dr. Panda. Let me have a look at it again. I'm not seeing it. I don't get it. I mean, if you can, maybe post it, like the actual image on Discord. But I mean, if you can't or don't want to or whatever, then I totally get it. Um, I was leaving. Can I please go? Can I please go away? I've ordered those things. I couldn't remember if I actually said that in this live stream. I've ordered. Yeah, I've actually ordered 2 things to test them out. I've actually ordered them, and they're going to be here. Yeah, I told you the dates and stuff. I'm gonna go now. You saw the belly rubs and belly salute. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Is there anything else I was supposed to say? My dog. No. Seriously, my brain. I'm almost 100%. I'm not 100% yet. I'm almost 100% better. But yeah, not yet. Okay. Bye.